to save everybody $11,000 today. And this is MTI in Florida, United States. And I hope there's no taxes on this 10 grand here. But this is, you can acquire the working knowledge to capture 100 pips per trade. Interesting. Only 100 pips. Learn 16 strategies, including exclusive FX Chief's sweet spot strategy. Patent pending, people. Don't think you can copy this guy's stuff. Well, here's the thing. If you've got $11,000, how about you open, of course, if you're overseas, you could open about 100 brokers, put $50 in each broker, and trade, what did I say, 50 brokers, trade 50 strategies? 100 brokers, 100 strategies. Be there as the pros demonstrate the lessons in real time, live market setups. You've got to be kidding me. Can I get a show of hands of anybody that's signed up for this? And if you don't want to admit to it, I can understand. Let's delve into the trading strategy of this genius, one of the geniuses that works here. Now, let me just go to this video. Now, notice he says buy low, sell high, but he will not do that in this video. And he's going to tell you that tops become bottoms. And right here he says
the market up now, which means this is what's called a buy low. So we want to set up to buy the market.
He wants to set up to buy at the market. Now, just what did he just say? And this is kind of confusing to me because when you say buy at the market, I'm thinking instant execution. You got your finger on the trigger, you got the ticket up, boom, you're in. Okay. Then you put a stop in, or you have a stop that's connected to that order. But now he just said buy at the market. Now he's going to completely go. He's not going to do that now. And I hate to nitpick, but at $10,000, I'm sorry, $11,000 for the mastery course, there's other courses that only cost $4 grand. So if you don't have 10 grand, okay, go for the lesser, right?
No idea what this means. Just understand that if you find yourself a good mentor, this information is relatively straightforward, and being up to speed, being caught up to speed, shouldn't take too long. So what I want to do is set up for a buy. And so I'm going to look at my candlestick, my closed 3 a.m. candlestick, and I'm going to place an entry buy order 10 pips above this high. So if it's 57.67, this will be what's called an entry buy plus 10 pips above high. I'm going to have a stop. If you don't know what a stop is an automatic exit for loss. Stop at low. We would like to predetermine how much we're willing to lose per trade. Listen, you're going to use percentages to say, I'm going to try to make this much money today, or I'm going to try to make this many pips today. And that's what you're looking to accomplish. There's no guarantee in that. But what you can control is how much you're willing to lose. That's why stops are important. If you abuse your stop, you can take unnecessary losses. So make sure you educate yourself on what are good stops and what are bad stops.
If you abuse your stop, that's good. Stop abuse. Stop abuse, people.
So in this scenario, the risk is 76 pips. So if I take this trade, I'm going to lose, and I lose, I'm going to lose 76 pips. I want to trade a standard position, so I'm going to trade an average pip size of $10. I'm okay with risking $760 or losing $760 today. For those of you who are saying, hey, that's too much, that's fine. Lower your lot size. Trade $1 a pip. That's only
I mean, you paid $11,000 for the course. What's $760 to you?
$76 or trade 10 cents a pip. It's only $7.60. Now, your reward will always be at least 50 pips. Okay? At least 50 pips. But if your risk is...
Now, where does he come up with this number of 50 pips? He'll at least make 50 pips. Why? Is he going to scale out? He does not mention anywhere in here that he's going to take anything off the table. Where does, first he's already said he's going to buy at the market, the word market, and then he's going to buy low, sell high. He's buying high and he's selling higher, and he's going to make at least 50 pips. Interesting.
76, just go after 1-to-1. So your reward would be 76 pips. 1243. 12.
Okay, I don't mean to interrupt, but seriously, why isn't this guy trading risk 76 pips to make 90 pips? If he trades all these trades, and unless he's really good at trading, he's gonna get killed. I mean, his ratios are not break even. I think for scalping, maybe. I guess he is scalping, right?
43. So my reward will be plus 76 pips. Let's see what happens. Every candlestick represents 1 hour trading. 1, 2. Now, something to point out. Please be so kind to type in a Y or yes if you can see that my stop price was hit.
Yes, I see that. I'm kind. I really am.
Okay. It's important that you notate and understand that I did not take a losing trade because my entry buy has yet to be activated.
Okay, well, why didn't you just buy down there with a limit? Because obviously that was where everybody had their stops and the market makers bid it down to capture that stop so they can rip it north. Right?
Once the market crosses over this green level and my entry buy is triggered, that's when I'm entering into the market. If it never touches this price point, I never trade. So that we're at a stop price, my stop hasn't been activated because there's no open position. It is only when the market crosses over this price point, which you determine, which is 10 pips above the high, is when your entry buy turns into a market buy. This means I am now physically buying this market, and I just turn around, hit my stop price, I will lose 76 pips. Or if it hits my reward price, I will make 76 pips. Let's see what happens. Within 1 hour from being taken in, I made 76 pips. Please be so kind to type into me in the question section box if you thoroughly enjoy having the opportunity to generate 76 pips or $760 US in 1 hour.
Wow. Okay, I'll be as kind as to say that that's wonderful. But what about if you would have waited 4 hours to make that? Or what about this one? Of course, I realize this is the... Let's not forget, this is the London, this guy's revealing his London breakout strategy in Forex. And let's also not forget that he has great accuracy and success using and shares his entry and exits and much more. Wow.
Steve says, why didn't you lower your entry to the bar's high where the original stop was located? Great question.
That is a great question. And that's my question too. Why didn't he? And I know this is the 3 a.m. breakout strategy, so we got to stick to the rules. But when you see this giant down bar here, aren't you thinking like, hey, I'm a breakout trader. I'm going to put a buy over order just above that wick. And if I see a spinning top, maybe I bracket it and I got a sell stop here. Capture a few pips. Don't forget, this is the pound New Zealand. The spread is probably 5 pips already on this thing. And when he got filled on this, he probably got some slippage. It looks like it blew through that. I mean, it never even took a breath. This is a shaved candle. This thing just kept going up. So he's got slippage, and he's, but like, buy stop, buy stop, buy stop. Now, a baby candle, now an inverted dragonfly, whatever, right? Inverted hammers. If you got filled on a breakout here of this price, what's a better trade, right? A breakout here, even here for the late breakout, 1 hour chart, stops tight, boom. You risk this much to make that much. Now, if I put a break-even stop like he did, I'd be like, wow, they're never going to touch my stop. Same thing here. 3 heavy bear candles. Buy stop. Doji-ish spinning top. Buy stop. Buy stop. Small, right? Anytime it's quiet, strategy is breakout. Not now. Not this crap. This guy's putting buy stops at a 40-hour high. And he's saying, can I get a round of applause? Yeah. I'm signing up.
Richard.
Now, you notice what he just said. Richard, he's like, I get this all the time from you guys that want to break the rules.
Strategies are designed and rules are put into place to allow you to accomplish what you want to accomplish faster and potentially safer.
Rules are rules, people. We'll have no rule breaking around here, and it's going to be quicker and safer? Wait a second. Can I now, Richard, I'm already in love with Richard. I don't even know him. He's in the chat room there. He's my man. He's speaking out for us, right? Let's just take a drill down here. Okay, if you're going to do 10 pips above, because he doesn't want to get filled on this fake breakout, if he has his buy stop and he chokes it down to here, he's got a narrower range, right? He's got to stop back here. He gets in here. Boom. He's in. He just saved himself maybe 20 pips on that entry, maybe 30. I mean, who's not taking these trades, right?
Than just jumping in. What I mean by that is, through years and years and years of trial and error.
Okay, man, this is just unbelievable. Years and years and years of trial and error. Are you going to spend $10,995.99 for this buffoonery? Who's buying this course? I can't wait to. I'm going to make a call down there. I should call down there and just ask talk to this Martinez guy doing this video. I ask him straight out. You're kidding, right? Can I call the Better Business Bureau, the Better Trader Bureau? And this is legal. This is going on in the United States. This guy's selling this course. Come on. Can we do better than this, people?
We have discovered that by placing your entry just 10 pips above the high U-turn at 3 o'clock, gives the market enough wiggle room to prevent you from being taken in too early. See, if we would have bought the market only to watch the market go our way, but because we have learned from past history, and we began to use probabilities on our side,
here's with the probability, guys. You could gag a maggot with this probability garbage. This is like the guys that say, you know, that pattern's got a probability of 70%. Come on. You know, how lazy? You're trading a standard lot. You couldn't have split your ticket and bought... You seriously couldn't have split your ticket here and bought a half a standard lot here and then bought the rest on your stupid entry. Maybe you bought like, and I don't know what time of day this breakout here is. Apparently it didn't fill. He had probably a breakout order here on the previous London Open. But seriously, you know, you just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just over, maybe I've seen too many patterns, or maybe I just can see a narrow range, like even the sell guys, right? This is the New Zealand pound. Let's not forget. The reason why he's making 700, give me a high, because it's the New Zealand pound. My God, this thing moves 70 pips in a blink at the drop of a hat. Let's face it, right? This is a very volatile pair. And right now it's on fire, right? It's on the upside, insane, right?
Just by leaving your entry buy 10 pips above that 3 o'clock candlestick, you're in great shape from avoiding unnecessary advantage of the runs.
You're in great shape.
Which is fantastic, because that's all we're looking to do is duplicate what the market does. If you don't know too much about the Forex market, I can understand that that's, you know, difficult to follow along. Just understand that.
I like how he kind of suddenly tells people, well, you know, if you don't know too much about the Forex market, you know, I get it. You know, you're just, you know, we've researched this stuff. Come on. At $10,000 for the 4 days of live trading, I think you could do 4 days of live trading with $100 in a micro account all by your lonesome, and then you can figure out what kind of trader you are. And what's a good trade? What's a bad trade? If you're risking $1 per trade and you've got $100 in your account, you can screw up 80 times, right? I'm putting a spread in there and some slippage and commissions. You can screw up 80 times. Can you be wrong 80 times? Are you that dumb that when the market, if you say buy low, sell high, and the market comes down and you buy and you put a stop in, and then you see it retrace, if you're going to do it, like say you're going to buy a bounce, right? Or you're going to play a breakout, you got what, 10, if you screw that up 10 times with $100, what is that, $1,000? So what do you got, like 100 times you can, of course, did I just get that right? Okay, it's $10,000 for the course. I don't have to do the math on that. How many trades can I lose and still be up and learning about what risks I can take, what risk I feel comfortable with, and all that stuff, right?
We kind of calibrated this. We fine-tuned it to where this works.
He fine-tuned and calibrated to it, and this works.
Okay, so that's 76 pips or $760 US.
Woohoo!
Trade's over. Day's over. 1 day, one trade per
he's
currency pair.
scalping.
You can do this up to 6 currency pairs. Now, did the market go higher? Sure. Could you have made more profit? Absolutely. But that's not what we're here to do. We're here to take advantage of the market movements.
We're not here to make more money.
To take advantage of the
Pay
highest
off your $10,000 tuition
and get to first base. If you would like to hit those home run trades, you need to have home run training. But this is just a nice, simple technique to get you involved into the market.
Okay, can I just, you mind if I just notice, if I was in the chat room, I just want to take this guy and strangle him, okay? Now, what if you had a trailing sell stop in here? Boom. Trailing sell stop. Boom. Can I get a round of applause for having a trailing stop on the dojis? Boom. Who doesn't want to make that much money in that short period of time? Can I get a round of applause? Thank you. Thank you very much. This one here too. Boom. All right.
Okay, so this is my 3 o'clock candlestick. And what we need to determine is, are we in the buy low price or are we in the sell high price? This candlestick, in my personal opinion, is going to divide the room to where some will say, well, you're at a buy low price, let's buy it. And some will say, you're at a sell high price, let's sell it. If you ever find yourself arguing and saying, well, I don't really know, I think it's a buy low, I think it's a sell high, typically you don't want to trade that day. Because you don't want to enter in the market on thinking. You want to enter in the market by saying, hey, because of this, I'm going to do that.
You don't want to enter the market on thinking. Okay, I'm writing that down.
And so I'm a big believer in trading the direction of the zones. I'm a big believer in identifying trend direction by saying, hey, look, the market, if the market is going to go up, the market's going to make.
I can't hang with this part.
Low.
Let's get into his trade here. Now all of a sudden he's tightened up his stop, apparently for some reason.
Above high of my 3 o'clock candlestick. And if my risk here in this trade is going to be 98 pips, well, I'm going to go after 98 pips reward. My reward is always at least 50 pips, so sometimes you have risk of like 30 pips. That's when you go after 50 reward, but if you're risking 98 pips, 90 pips reward. So that's 0949.
Kind of muddled over that little comment.
0949.
That was interesting.
0949. Plus 98 pips reward. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, let's do that.
1. Within 1 hour, the market triggers your short trade and hits your reward.
Wow.
Go ahead and type it to me in the question section box if you'd be pretty pleased, pretty happy making 98 pips or $980 in 1 hour.
Woohoo! I am so pleased. I'm pleased as punch. I'm pleased as
1 day, 1 trade per currency pair.
Wow. Dude, this guy's cleaning up. Where do I sign up?
So, let's move on to the next day. I
can't wait, dude. I'm already got a.
So yeah, this strategy is not a very difficult strategy. It shouldn't be viewed as something buy order. Within 1 hour, the market triggers us in.
Okay, here we go.
Entry buy. Yeah. Triggers the buy. The entry buy becomes a market buy, which means I am now physically buying this market. I'm using a standard position or average pip size of $10.
Okay.
Within 1 hour of being taken in to the market, the very next candlestick hits my 50 pips.
Okay, this is a buy at the market because he put a stop in there, I think, right? And so, but if he's a breakout trader, which I get the feeling he is, right? Why didn't he put a buy stop here, 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 and buy mini lots? So he could have had 1, 2, 3, say $50,000, a half a standard lot coming into this breakout. He's got to stop here. He's already up in the trade. Maybe peels one off for a scalp and lets the rest ride. Or is it just me?
And 50 pips is equal to $500. So only have so much time. I only have so much time today. I have like 9 minutes left, but my question is real simple to you. Would you enjoy trading a simple methodology like this? Yes or no? Do you find this to be easy to follow, easy to obey, and easy to execute? If you look at these three, you can see 76 plus 98 plus 50.
Yeah, let's add this up.
The big question is, would you like to make 224 pips or be in a position to potentially generate 224 pips or $2,240 with a pip size of an average pip size of $10. Now, how well does this work? Well, let me show you a couple track records.
Okay, well, now let me think about this. I spent $10,000 on the course. I took all these trades. I was stopped out with this plus the slippage and commissions. I'm down 13,000 now. I'm a little bit I'm a little shy. I'm a little shy about trading now. And I think I'm just going to go back to trading my micro accounts and try to rebuild my $13,000 so I can come back and take another one of your classes.
Let me go to here and let me bring you to myfxbook.com. I want to show you a handful of track records to show you that, what this can really do for you. Market traders, we'll go to a couple of things.
Yeah, let's see what it can do for me.
We'll pull up the Joshua Martinez, the dollar drop prediction, and then we'll also go to FX Pathfinder and we'll view. Please be so kind to type in a wire yes if you can see the gain of 4,967.6% return on the investment or initial positive investment.
Where do I sign up?
This is FX Pathfinder. That's my handle. This is a real U.S. dollar trading account. Track record has been verified. This is 4,514 pips. This is winning 57% of the trades. This is how I was when I first started trading. Okay, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Got it. Then in October, every October here at MTI, we started a tradition. I opened up a $10,000 trading account, and then I use techniques to trade this $10,000 trading account. And all profits made in October, we donate to our local charity, Florida Hospital for Breast Cancer Awareness. Please be so kind to type in the wire yes if you see Joshua Martinez, real U.S. dollar trading account, track record verified, gain of 108.13% return.
I'm signing up. I'm sold.
2,223 pips generated, winning 72% of the trades.
Wow.
I'm proud to announce that over 10,000 U.S. dollars was donated to a...
Okay. That's wonderful. Okay, I got it. All right, but my point being is that if you're going to trade this strategy of breakout, okay, what do you say you keep that strategy for only when the market is in a small, you have a small candle, and this again is my 10 pip grid. 10 pips, 10 to 20 pips, you're putting in a buy stop, right? Or a sell stop. And this is the smooth candles, Hakanasi. And this is about as simple as it gets, right? And I just don't see why you'd want to, in other words, works on any currency pair and on any time frame. Now the 4 hour, which he was on the 1 hour. So in the 1 hour world, if you were going to get underneath, you're in just about a 15 pip range here, and you're going to put in a sell. Your sell stops are going to be trailing here. Here's your protection. You're risking that many pips, and then maybe you do run a trailing. Stop there to protect. But why would you put a buy stop here? And a protection here, and you're like, woohoo! I just made, and then brag about how you just can I get a high five? Look how much money I make, right? Can I get a high five there, people? Okay, even this one, a buy stop here, I wouldn't take that on a breakout, right? Because it's too big of a risk. Maybe now, right? Maybe now you get a trailing buy stop, and you got a trailing buy stop here and definitely here because you have small candles. Boom. How is he trading breakouts at the London Open, the 3 a.m.? I mean, this is ridiculous. It's just yeah, I don't know. I just don't like maybe here right now if this is a 1 period moving average on top of my Akinsashi. So maybe if you're trading even Williams fractals, which would be the peaks here, like in other words, if you treated, I know Williams fractals inside of MetaTrader is going to put these little carrots on top of these wicks, but imagine your carrots are on top of close. So you have a carrot here and a carrot here. So you could have, say, buy stops here on these close fractals, and you know you're not getting this killer entry here, but at least you're not getting in with a buy stop here. My protection's here, and look, I made at least. Wow, I don't know, but then again, maybe it's just me. I don't know.